Hey guys, Marsinger here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are jumping straight in to do the first of the new stages of the Shadow Dragon event, stage 4 versus NATURON Shenron. So this guy is a 2-stage fight. His first form is physical, and as you can see straight away, he can lock your units in place, and then his second stage is STR, and he can seal you. Now, I thought it'd be interesting to bring Cooler's team for this one, because obviously with the first phase being physical, it gives us a chance to build up our STR units a little bit here. And then with the next stage being SCR, we have a couple of strong AGL units. We've got the Metal Cooler and the LR Golden Freezer, so they should be able to do pretty well. And of course, in his second phase, as I say, you can lower attack. Did I say that already? I don't know. But you can't lower his attack or defense in the first phase, but you can lower his attack in the second phase. So in fights like this, where you actually can lower the enemy's attack, then obviously that is a very effective strategy. So we've got units like LR Cooler on his 12 key supers lowers attack, Metal Cooler lowers attack, and the STR, the TUR like Easy A Cooler lowers attack as well. So once we start layering a bunch of those attack lowers on him, then obviously we're going to be at a point where even our STR units are basically going to be taking double-digit damage from all of his attacks. The super attacks can still hit you really hard, but like I say, we are going to have some good defensive units. Golden Freezer, of course, going to be able to hold his own pretty well. Locked in slot 1. Not really ideal, but I guess we'll do this. In fact, you don't need to stack at all, so I'm not even going to get the 12 key super for you. And then let's just make sure we get supers for Cooliza and TUR Cooler here, so we can start getting off some stacks. Because yeah, against the physical phase, these STR units should be fine, and then we want them to get as many stacks in as possible so that they can hold their own against the STR phase once we get there. Because like I say, once we start layering some attack lowers on him, it's not going to be too bad anyway. But if we get a rotation where, like, you know, Cooliza with barely any build up takes a super from the STR one, then obviously we will take you know, potentially a significant amount of damage. So we just want to try and get as much build up as we can early on here. Cooler not getting the additional super is unfortunate, but about Coolies. Ooh, man. Almost finished him off, but couldn't get the additional with him either. And then we locked Cooler in slot. Well, though we have got double Cooler rotation, but yeah, I guess we'll just do this then. Grab some STR orbs here for the sake of the Dokkan gauge, and then watch him super in slot 1. Okay, good. I feel like getting locked in slot 1. Did the unit get locked in slot 1 every time? It's I hate rotation locking. I've said it a lot, and I probably will continue to say it forever while it continues to be a thing. But enemies locking your units in certain rotations is the most annoying thing, because rotations do play a big part in this game. So like setting up your rotations, especially like going into an event and then having like a really bad starting rotation, is really annoying. So when you finally get your rotation set up, and then it's like, oh no, now this turn your rotation is locked. So the rotation that you just spent all that time setting up is now broken, and you have to, you know, that a unit's getting floated off that you wanted to keep on rotation, so then you have to set them all up again, and it gets pretty annoying. So at least he only does it in the first phase, but of course now he seals. So that's something you got to be very careful about when you choose what team to bring into this event. If you're bringing in units that are relying on supering in order to get their defense, then obviously you could run into some problems. I mean, the fact that Metal Cooler was sealed here is really annoying, because he's one of our units that does lower attack. Although he's getting hit a bunch here, which means he's getting the buffs from his passive, so that's good. And then STR Cooler, we get an additional from you with the attack lowering. There's the normal attack from the Hidden Potential, but yes, I mean, we're already tanking double digits on some of these units already anyway. So we just keep applying those attack lowers. I thought I'd bring Sealess. I really like Sealess. I like his design, especially when he transforms. No surprise that I'm sure. I'm a sucker for characters with cool designs with long hair. So it's not really much of a surprise, I'm sure, that I think Sealess looks cool. But yeah, so you've got very low defenses on this turn, which is a little bit scary. I mean, Cooler has 248. If I put you there, we get a lot of these extra links active, but no big bad bosses, which obviously is a significant amount of extra defense for Cooler. So I think what we will do here is we'll just get the 1 key for you, and then we need Cooliza to get 4 key. Although he's sealed, so there's a very big possibility that he takes a lot of damage in the last slot. So if he gets supered, I think it would be quite bad. But remember, Cooler, as I said already, he lowers attack on his 12 key supers. So if he gets off multiple 12 key additionals here, we're getting 1 anyway. I've talked about this when I've used Cooler in a lot of these previous videos. Because he builds up so much key every time he's attacking, a lot of the time when you get him on rotation for like the 2nd time, you can't get a 12 key super because he's given himself so much key. So when you actually can get a 12 key super, I do like to try and go for one. But of course, he only does 1 additional. Very unfortunate, especially after I did the video yesterday praising how good he still is. And then he comes in here, gets 1 super and 4 additional normal attacks, and so then takes 500k. Like, to put that in perspective, if all of those additionals were supers, he would have taken possibly even double-digit damage, because we would have been greatly raising defense and lowering attack. But at least Cooliza was able to take double digits. But this does put us in a somewhat precarious situation. Now, we are able to get the Metal Cooler Core transformation, so this does mean we get a couple of turns here of free damage. And then, of course, because of the way the Giant Form... I don't want to call it a glitch or an exploit, really, because, I mean, they obviously must know it's in the game at this point and haven't done anything to fix it. But the Giant Form special ability, I guess you could call it, where as long as he super attacks during the Metal Cooler Core transformation, it means he can't super on the turn that we come out of it. So that leaves us completely safe from taking extra damage from him on that turn. We are going to be on very low HP though, but we should get the opportunity to apply a bunch of extra attack lowers. So with him then unable to super, that means we should be fine to take double digits with pretty much everyone, because he was on rotation with LR Golden Freezer, wasn't he? So it's going to be LR Golden Freezer, him, and then I think the other STR Cooler, the LR, will come back around on this turn. So as long as he's not sealed, he could potentially get off a bunch of those additional supers that all lower attack. However, he did not super on that turn, so I need him to super this turn so that we make sure the super attack is cancelled out for once we come out of the transformation. We're able to hit all the supers here with the core as well, which is good. These Giant Form transformations obviously just giving you free damage. He dodged the super attack that would do 0 damage. Let's go. But yeah, so now that's that locked in. He can't super on this following turn when we come out of the transformation. I mean, we could even get the RNG to get a 3rd turn, which would be decent, because obviously the Giant Form, it's locked on turn 6 regardless of how many turns we get out of the Giant Form. So that would be just another extra turn where we could do extra damage. And obviously the super attack is still like sealed away until turn 7 potentially. So let's see here. Another crit, very nice. Oh, we get the extra tile, let's go. Metal Cooler Core on a rampage here. Unfortunately, not the best orbs for this turn, but we can grab these, and then we can grab, well, all of these, I guess. But that lines up a bunch of STR ones as well, so that's nice, ready for the next turn. So I think we should be looking good, because we're going to come out of the core transformation. I don't know if LR Cooler's attacked enough times for the Supernova to be up. I think we actually might even be able to use Golden Freezer's active skill, which I don't get to see very often, because we're on such low HP, so that'll be pretty good. Imagine if we do have coolers as well. It'll be like Golden Freezer, active skill, Supernova, and then a full turn of attacks where we don't have to worry about getting super attacked. So the core absolutely coming in clutch here. I mean, I would have preferred LR Cooler to not take 500k. You know, he could have got a couple of extra supers and still taken enough damage to just drop me below 50%. I probably would have preferred that, I'm not going to lie. Did he seal anyone? Oh, he didn't seal anyone here either. I wonder if that's another thing that's carried over from the Giant Form, because I assume on the turn where Cooler did transform, because you have no control over it, it's not an active skill. So if that Giant Transformation hadn't actually happened and that rotation had loaded in, I assume one of the characters would have been sealed. So I wonder if the Giant Form actually does, like, it gets rid of that as well. Now, there's no extra links, so we might as well put you in. I know we'll just put you in the middle anyway. Alright, let's watch the Golden Freezer active. Not very often you get to see this one. Look at him looming over him.
No! I'm going to reduce you and this sorry excuse for a planet into dust!
I'm gonna get the crit as well. Let's go. Alright, so now this is actually a really good turn. We like basically can't take damage on this turn, right? Because Golden Frieza, in fact, let me double check his super attack effects quickly. Because does he lower attack on either of his supers? Lowers attack on the 12 key. Doesn't lower. Okay, so we'll just get his 12 key super then. Because it's beneficial for the following turns. So we'll do that. Then we get to pick up a bunch of STR orbs with Cooler. Get the full 24 key. An alright little heal. But like I say, we are now safe in the knowledge that he can't super me this turn. So no one on this turn is taking more than double-digit damage. The next turn could be a little bit spicy, but if he does survive this turn, which is also not necessarily going to happen, right? Depending on what Cooler gets up to here, because Cooler's going to drop his 18 key super, and then hopefully we are actually going to get some additional 12 key supers here, and then we still have Metal Cooler in the third slot, who's he got hit quite a few times early on, so his passive is built up quite nicely here as well. He shares big bad bosses with this Cooler, which obviously he wasn't getting from Golden Frieza before. So yeah, 7.34. Is this going to be enough? Maybe he'll need to crit, who knows. But we get the attack lower as well, but we didn't need to crit. So Metal Cooler, the MVP of this run. Look at that. Chipping away at his HP with the core transformation, making sure we couldn't get supered. Although, to be fair, the way the attacks were laid out on that turn, if he'd super attacked Golden Frieza, we wouldn't have taken any damage anyway. But yeah, there you go. That is Naturon Shenron, stage 4 of the Shadow Dragon event, defeated thanks to the Big Daddy Cooler team. Still love Cooler's team. Like I said, I thought it was a good opportunity to use it considering it was physical and then STR, and there's some good AGL units. Funnily enough, Nova, which is the next stage, is physical. But I'll probably use a different team. Right? I don't want to use the same team for all of these videos. So we will go ahead and use a different team for Nova, and then Ice is Int. So definitely gives us a chance to try out a couple of different teams. I don't know why the loading time is taking so long. It's not really important, but I like to not only get the results screen at the end in the video, but then go and collect the mission. Oh, okay. Hello? My internet hasn't gone down, has it? No, the game's just being weird. Alright, there we go. So there's our stone for completing the stage. There you go. No items, no support memory with the Cooler team. Very good. Obviously, these stages start to get a little bit harder. We definitely took more damage from the super than I think we have in previous ones. But yeah, still no problem for the very powerful Cooler team here. So we can go ahead and collect our 5 stones and the next piece of the support memory, and there you go. That is Naturon Shenron. So let me know down below in the comment section what team you used for this one. Definitely a good run here with Cooler's team, and we'll move on to the next one. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.